first interview.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. We're here at Sports Plus, set for another fantastic night of Cincinnati Bearcat hockey. Joined alongside me is Austin Coleman. I'm Paul Lockman. Pleased to have you out with us. We'll get to starting lineups in a bit. Right now, we're going over that with the PA announcer. I believe that's Andrew Ferguson doing a great job there. So just to give you an idea of who's starting first for the visiting Indiana Hoosiers, number 8 left wing will be Jack Jordan. Number 20, Cristiano. Number 6, Cuthbert. And for defense, number 4, Berger. 11, Crane. And starting in net will be number 1, McNamara. And that'll be Cameron McNamara. Though they got number 35 in there, so I guess my number was wrong. They're going to go with Steven Gazer a second time. Already got my mistake out of the way, Coleman.
That's right, you sure did, Paul. We're in for a good tilt here tonight. I got to watch some of it last night there in the live stream, and I think we're in for a good one.
Absolutely. We'll turn it over now for the starting lineup, or the starting lineups, which are about to be announced for Cincinnati. And I guess since you're wondering what that looks like, so are we. In net, starting from London, Ontario, Canada, number 31, Sebastian Millette. I believe also Sneezik is out there. He will be the opening centerman. Dorf, defenseman. Chris Bowers, his partner there. And on the line with Sneezik will be John Von Kieseling and Colin McAllister. So my eyes are playing tricks on me early. But right now we'll turn it back over as we're getting ready for the national anthem. So that wraps up the national anthem. And now we are set for some Bearcat hockey. Bearcats looking to go a perfect 4-0 on the year. Indiana came out with a 1-1 start, defeating Louisville in their opening night. Big upset there, before falling 6-5 the next night to Louisville, and then coming into Sports Plus yesterday, falling 6-2 respectively. Their penalty kill unit did a great job at first. Only gave up one power play goal to the Bearcats, and that came 4-on-3 off the stick of Johnny Bonta. So cue the music. We're ready for hockey. As the puck is dropped, and winning the opening draw are the Indiana Hoosiers. Hoosiers are in their road maroon uniforms with a cream numeral and trim. Bearcats will be wearing typically their road uniforms, but today they'll be donning home uniforms that are white with red trim and black numerals. Now, Austin, I'm going to turn it over to you. You've skated on this ice before, as an offsides is emphatically called not only by the officials but the Hoosier bench. But you've skated on this ice before. What are your first impressions of the ice?
Well, on a cool November Well, on your typical cool September night, as it probably should be, as we're, September 23rd.
All of a sudden.
It's not normally 90 degrees out. So the ice is normally not too bad. A little choppy here and there, but when it's humid inside the building, that ice, gets a little watery, doesn't set very well, and you run into some bad, sticky situations, and sometimes it can hurt your team a little bit.
Absolutely. Skilled team that is Cincinnati. The last thing you want is to be held back by ice conditions. Cincinnati will have to play here more often than not. So it's something that the team will have to be used to. And Cincinnati pulled out a 6-2 victory yesterday. They won an exhibition game here against the Eastern Kentucky Colonels. That was in dominant fashion, 11-3. So Cincinnati, a team that last year on average scored 7 goals a game, would like to make sure that the ice doesn't slow them down any. Brady Kiplinger loses the puck, and it somehow slides its way all the way to the net. And is stopped there by Steven Gazer. 18:40 to go. Bearcats, it is a new feature. We had difficulties with it last time. I know we got the best fan base in the world, so deal with any clock issues we may have. It really isn't that big of a deal. We haven't even played 2 minutes yet. No score, first period. Bearcats trying to jump on them early. Ryan Murphy pushes it out to Nick Okada. Okada has it roll off his stick. Ennis is there to play it, tries to move across ice. It is broken up and then sent back. Dalton Drum, the one pressing in his own offensive zone. Brady Kiplinger upended on a hip check there, off the hip, I should say. I guess I was going to say body, but off the hip of Earps, Matthew Earps. Dalton Drum right in front of the net. His shot is blocked. And very choppy play, just like the ice was to be expected here. Nobody really getting clear looks. Couple of sloppy plays from both ends. And kind of just seeing where the puck bounces, how it rolls.
Yeah, and that's usually what the first period tends to look at. You're trying to get a feel for each other. I know these two teams played each other last night, but usually after a loss, you might want to change your strategy a little bit. Come out to different forecheck, different defense setup, whatever it may be. So both teams still feeling each other out. Cristiano
just pickpockets Ryan Murphy, then comes right in on Sebastian Millette. Millette, active with the glove, keeps it away. But I tell you what, Cristiano looked like a pickpocketer in New York City.
Whoa.
Nick Okada steals one away, then presses on, sending it to Damian Lona off the backhand. Lona finding time and space, just has to do it himself sometimes. Just fires one in toward the net. Bata is right there to get it. Talibi right in front in the slot.
Back to your D.
Good thinking there, sends it to the D. Damian Lona gets on the board first for the Bearcats. A little extracurricular, that's Johnny Bata, just making some friends. But like you said, great point out there. Get the puck back to the defenseman. Colin Rack had plenty of time to just take a shot. Rebound opportunity right there for Damian Lona, and he knows what to do with the puck.
Absolutely, there's tons of traffic in front of the net. Why keep forcing the puck back there when they had about 4 or 5 guys there in front of the net? Indiana did. Move that puck back to Rack, like you said. He has plenty of time and space, and he's able to put a nice little flutter puck there on net. Causes a good rebound, and Talibi was there to pick it up first, right?
Yeah, Talibi.
Well, what's new? Yeah. That's Talibi right there for you.
He's in those greasy areas that really nobody wants to be in. So 1-0 is the score. Bearcats in front, and this is a good place to be. Already out shooting Indiana 4-1. Hopefully they can keep that ratio up. Crowd filling it out, actually a lot more than I expected. Though we are missing season ticket holders, unofficial season ticket holders, and the Bauer parents. Bauers are at every game. They're always talking to me, which I'm flattered by. I'm surprised anyone wants to hear me. Thought you'd hear enough of me. But always love getting intermission advice from them. But we know they're following us here on UC Bearcat Hockey Live. Referee's going to make sure that no extracurricular goes on, as we had 2 ejections yesterday, both Indiana Hoosiers.
Aggressive team, got a little grit on them, I guess.
You know, you got to fight hard, especially when you notice your team is down. Kind of like the manager ejections in a baseball game. You got to fire up your team somehow.
Right, that's right.
Puck dumped in, wide of Millette. Cincinnati there to recover it and trying to move on up the ice. Instead, it's taken up by number 26, and that is Colin Fitzgerald. He took a shoulder shove, lost the puck, and allows Cincinnati to come out with it. Staying on side, that's Danny Matea. He gets sent into the boards right in front of two spectators, so they got a clean look at Matea getting absolutely hammered.
His line's looking good so far. I like what I see from Lang, a freshman this year. Faster pace. He played in Cleveland Heights area last year, so much faster pace here than it is back where he's from. So that was a good shift there by Lang and some decent chemistry. I like what I see.
Lang wearing the number 18 for Cincinnati, so keep an eye on him. There's McAllister. McAllister getting involved, just breaking up play, slowing down Indiana from just moving quickly across the blue line. Bearcats able to get it out, but dumped right back in by Magro. We've played 5:30 so far. Bearcats out in front 1-0. Who else but the captain, Damian Lona. And Damian Lona, surprise, surprise, he did not have one of the 6 goals yesterday. And looking at this, he only has 4 goals on the season. That's kind of weird to say, only has 4 goals.
Yeah, that's all right. For what, 5th game of the year, including a couple exhibitions. He's playing with some new guys, still playing with Talibi, but they're still trying to figure out which winger to put with them. You know, you got Bonta there this weekend. Last weekend it was Danny. So still trying to figure out what winger that second winger is going to be.
It's actually a blessing that Cincinnati has so much depth in scoring. They're scoring 13, 10 times a game, and they're not having just the same old trio with the hat tricks.
Yeah, you absolutely love to see that.
Balanced scoring all around. This is another guy who can put one in. That's John Von Kieserling. Goes by JK in the locker room, but we're not having any of that. We like the Von. I was calling him Van a couple of times yesterday. That was my mistake. I'll own up to it. It's tough. John Von Kieserling had a nifty goal, top shelf yesterday. As you would put it, where mama hides the cookies.
Right, that's right.
There's Ryan Murphy exploding with good speed. Cincinnati always has that home run pass. When Murphy is on the ice, he knows where to go to split those defenders. And, oh, man, if he doesn't split them, he'll split them with a hit of his own. Kyle Ahrens gets a tripping penalty. That's delayed. Cincinnati trying to touch the puck, and will do. Yeah, 4 white, no doubt about it. Kyle Ahrens will have a discussion with the linesman to no avail, as the Bearcats are going to go on their first penalty kill of the afternoon. So coming into this weekend, Austin, the special teams for Indiana, they are at 20% scoring on the PP. It's not terrible, but it just does. There are better out there, and on that same sheet, I have Cincinnati at 57.9. So, of course, 20% doesn't look that good, but if you think about it, that's 1 out of every 5.
Yeah. NHL level, I think that's all right, that 20%.
I'll take it. So taking the puck there is number 15, Kunis. He was looking to fire it toward a scoring lane, but it is all clogged. Puck at the blue line, broken up on the play. That's Greg Bowers getting involved with his stick. Now taking it is Colin Rack. Rack was looking to clear it, just unable to do so. Cross-ice pass picked up there by Berger. Berger hit alongside the boards, but still able to get the puck in down low. Kropp had a goal yesterday, number 17. I was giving it to Kunis all day yesterday. I find out today I was wrong again. It was Kropp, number 17 in red. That puck is sent out wide, and a line change for Cincinnati. 1:10 to go in the power play. 12 minutes in the period.
Yeah, Indiana not able to pick anything or set anything up lately. The UC defense here has been pretty aggressive.
I gotta admit, I love all the former Bearcats I'm starting to see. Right to my left is Kevin Schultz. I also see Nick Kleinbacher, formerly number 22.
Oh, hey, Klein.
You can't miss that smile. Yesterday we had guys of the likes of Taylor Penman, Aaron Mahone.
Andrew Mahone.
Andrew Mahone. See, oh man, I called him right yesterday. But all these guys actually have to be honored because as there's an offsides call, 23 seconds to go on the penalty kill for Cincinnati. Both Kleinbacher and Mahone have both taken, have their numbers taken. Puck cleared all the way out. Pressing there is Murphy. Back to get it is Mendham.
Easy, Murph. There's a blue line there. It has arms, you idiot.
Oh, boy. Tell you what, it goes back to that soupy ice conditions there. We know Murphy can turn on the Jets. Oh, what a nifty move right there. So Grimes able to put one in, getting by a defenseman, swings it back on the backhand and is all alone right in front of Sebastian Millette. So one-on-one. Tough to see that backhanded puck, and we are tied at 1 now.
Our camera guy here, Adrian, just asked if it was a good goal. I didn't get to see much of it.
It was a good goal. It was a little bit nifty.
My eyes were somewhere else where they shouldn't have been, Paul.
You know, we all have our vices, so. What a ripper there by Ryan Murphy. And I just know Stephen Gazer's hand is still ringing because that may have touched his glove, but he felt it through. There's no doubt about it. Murphy can put a sting on one. Puck sent along the boards. A couple of guys now taking some spills.
Yeah, they could just be bad skaters. The ice doesn't look too bad.
Hey, the puck
does sound bad, though.
Yeah, the puck's moving along, so I mean, these guys should be fine. Puck behind the net. Kyle Aaron's there to play it. I'm not sure if that was a power play goal or not. What a save there, right up front by Sebastian Millette. Keeps his head in the game and makes another fine save with 9:50 to go.
Yeah, a lot of traffic in front of Sebastian there. He was able to find the puck and smother it up. Kid's got some good size, that Canadian he is. He's got a Canadian accent too. You been able to talk to him?
Well, yeah, he's very polite. I noticed it. I noticed it right away.
I like Canada, man.
I love Canada.
Well, I love USA still. I love the United States. I'm a fan of Canada as well.
Of course. We appreciate all the family that are listening in for Sebastian across the North American hemisphere. I'm not even sure if he has family somewhere in Mexico. Maybe, who knows? They could be on vacation. Danny Matea has the puck. He circles behind the net.
There. Oh, that was a good find. Yeah, that was good. He's tried to send that one to Brett Majors. Brett was on the glove side there of the goaltender. Danny was going around the net, and when he was doing that, why that was a good find is because Brett's sitting there with his still strong side, but eventually it would have turned into weak side had Danny kept going around the net. Maybe the goalie moves with Danny, a couple defensemen moves Danny. He finds Brett there at the side of the net. He one-tees it up, but the goalie didn't fall for Danny's trickery there. That was a good play, though, set up by 24 and 10 in the white.
Thought about going backdoor on him. Denied anyway. Brett Majors can't pick it up. That'll be an icing waved off. So now chasing after it are the white jerseys. Ennis, first one to pick it up. He'll go with the backhand pass to Nick Okada. Okada, what a swifty move right there to get by any oncoming trouble. Jack Jordan able to pick it up. He's going right wing side looking for some help. No Hoosiers to get the puck. Instead, who else but Nick Okada finds himself in control. Moving it ahead, Greg Bowers has it. Looking, cross ice.
It's a good look.
That one's broken up. Sent in. That one dumped all the way down. It reaches on net to Millette. Bearcats can't clear it. Puck goes out anyway. A little bit of spot of luck for the Bearcats. Brett Majors on a long shift, getting involved, breaking up a couple of passing attempts. There's a big hit. Bearcat falls to the ground after laying out that hit. That's Chris Bowers. Loves to throw the body around. Here comes James Sneezek. Sneezek scored in his first game that he played in. Clearly the shortest man on the ice, but that did not slow him down any. If anything, this guy's the fastest guy on the ice. Man, you can't see him.
You can see how bad this ice is. Now that you sit here and watch, I don't know if you can see the puck on the screen, but it is slow. This puck is slow. That means the ice is bad. It's soft. So it's been bouncy for the last 2 minutes. It probably will keep staying bouncy until we get a fresh sheet of ice.
Well, we want to thank those of you who just got done watching the Cincinnati football game. Navy unfortunately knocked off the Bearcats earlier this afternoon. We got a delayed penalty. It is going to go against the Hoosiers. Not sure how we didn't have a whistle. I guess Cincinnati didn't touch the puck.
Sorry, Paul.
No. I was wondering who the penalty actually was going to go on.
Well, it's going on Indiana here. They missed a call behind the net from a hit behind on Chris. That's not. Now that wasn't a makeup call. That was a clear trip there in the corner. I believe it was on McAllister. Yeah. So we'll get a dirty-looking power play set up here by the guys in white: Murph, Kip, Drum, Lona, and Okada. So let's see what these guys can do.
Well, Indiana did an excellent job of keeping them out of the scoring sheet yesterday. As they only allowed one power play goal, which is, that's saying something. When you give up a 5-minute major and you hold the Cincinnati scoreless on that, that was 7 minutes that Bearcats had the man advantage, weren't able to tally.
That's right. That's a 5-minute major. That's an unlimited amount of goals. That player doesn't come out of the box so that 5 minutes is up, and that's huge. So you got to take advantage of that for sure. And hopefully tonight that's something they definitely want to adjust on and take advantage of the power plays. So hopefully they can do that right now.
Well, in the box they have booked number 14. That's Matthew Herbst. He will go in too for tripping. Nick Okada crosses the red line, passes it to Kiplinger, who goes across the blue line. Cycles around looking to go behind the net. Instead goes back up top to Nick Okada. Okada finds the goal scorer, Damian Lona. Captain moves into the slot, looking wide open at Gazer. This shot goes stick side and fought off. Hits off the boards, doesn't go out of the zone. Lona there to keep it in, far side. Skates it across, looking and dishing it off to Nick Okada. Okada to Kiplinger. Kiplinger to Murph. Murph behind the net, looking for some help. He finds the back of a skated of a defenseman, and the puck just slowly creeps in, and Gazer's able there to glove it.
Yeah, he had a lane there for Drum early, but the I don't know if the defenseman went down on a knee last minute and was able to take that passing lane real quick.
Face off won by Brady Kiplinger. Kiplinger gets it to Lona. Lona dishes it, a one-timer to Okada, whose shot goes high. Lona regroups, fires one in, and that is tough to handle. Unable to handle it right away was Gazer, but Steven Gazer settles the rebound down and doesn't allow a second effort.
Yeah, that 35 in net's doing a good job of not letting out many rebounds. Lona and Okada keep taking shots from top of the circles. There's a lot of traffic in front of the net, but the first one on the puck is the goalkeeper, and as the team on the PK, that's what you want to see. We've got to get our Bearcats on those rebounds a little bit quicker.
Now this is something that I wouldn't know, and I'm not expecting you as a non-goalie to know, but seeing a team back-to-back days like Gazer is, I mean, is that a bit of confidence? I know you gave up 6 last night if you're Steven Gazer, but coming from a team that's on average scoring over 7 goals a game, you got to feel a little confident that you're beating the league average.
I mean, yeah, I guess so. It certainly, hopefully he's taking notes in his head on who's got the better shot than the other guy, or, you know, maybe he sees a certain center out there and that makes them remember that, oh, this line likes to cycle the puck lower. They like taking shots up top. So Hopefully he took some notes. Well, I hope he didn't take any notes.
Yeah.
But hopefully from his side he took some notes.
I
But
get you.
I hope he didn't take any notes.
Well, it's college. I never took notes,
Yeah.
but that's just me. So that puck is sent in, just a almost buying a lottery ticket there for Magro, as he's hoping for the best. Oh, man.
And the field goal is off the uprights. No good.
Yeah, Damian Lona, they're going to have to stay on the ice, too. That's a problem. So not only are we going to have a defensive zone face-off, but now anybody who is tired, get back on the ice, including the captain, Damian Lona, the guy who missed the field goal, so to speak.
Yeah, they try to clear the zone. He had no one to pass to. He was out there for a while trying to get off the ice. Try to send the puck up in the air to the middle. Instead, it hits our stanchions here.
Now, you know, I'm not saying that Lona didn't or did know that he wasn't supposed to leave the ice. Are there ever times, Austin, that you know you're supposed to be staying on the ice and you head for the bench anyway?
Absolutely. It's on the refs to get that right. If you can be, and that's not cheating, if you can be sneaky with it, slightly greasy, heck yeah, man, get your breather.
Well, Colin Rack just let an absolute slap shot go. Talibi dancing through guys. But number 6 lost a big-time stick. That's Cuthbert. He looked a little upset, too, as the slap shot just hit the weak spot of the stick and shattered it into two.
You hate to see that. That's $300 sitting. That's actually $150. You know, it's split in half. So.
And he didn't even get to take the shot.
No,
usually when you're breaking the stick, you're taking a shot.
No.
Or from just my experiences as a broadcaster.
Right.
3:20 to go.
Well, hopefully next weekend when he's at the bars, he tells his friends, yeah, I broke on a slap shot, and I still scored.
Crazy thing is it went in.
I think I've only broke one stick on a shot, but all 8 sticks I've broken in my life, they're all in shots. That's how it works.
Well, Cuthbert's got some bit of explaining to do, because if you go on the ACHA website, does not have a goal yet to his credit. So he's got to tally one before night's end if he wants that fishing story to last.
Well, his friends, I mean, they're Indiana guys. They probably don't know where to go to find that stats out, you know?
Country boys, if you will.
Hoosiers, yeah. We had an Indiana boy on our team last year, Cradler. Hey, all they do out there is eat corn.
Well, judging from the September heat, it's going to be a great year for corn. Under 3 to go, Ryan Murphy brings it in, or excuse me, that's Danny Matea, has it taken off his stick. And Indiana, believe it or not, out shooting the Bearcats 16, or no, I am blind. They are being outshot 11-6. So just kind of the way the netting is, it made it look like a 1.
We need our press box
Give me a
back.
break. Yeah, give me a break.
Sports Plus, we need our press box back, please.
We can make it fire code friendly. I know.
City
Come on.
of Avondale, help us out, man. I want to sit in my bar stool up there. I don't like standing here.
Well, we appreciate you standing in here, and
Well, Paul, we appreciate it more from you.
there it is.
Yeah.
Well, we're glad that you're joining us any way possible. Be sure, if you can't, make sure you follow us on Twitter, UC Bearcat Hockey, and you'll get all the great tweets from the players and keep you up to date on all things Bearcat Hockey. Moving it across, Brett Majors, he was looking for Bowers. That one intercepted instead. And moving out with it are Kunis and the Hoosiers. Kunis somehow keeping it in front, still gets a shot on net. Millette, I cannot believe, made the save. I think he got the blocker side up just in the nick of time.
Yeah, at 15 there, made a good move. He read Chris Bowers stepping up there. Honestly, he made Chris whiff. It was a good move by the kid.
Indiana pressing in. That was Schubauer trying to create things. No, it was not. I lied again. That was number 14. Instead, here comes Murphy, wraparound. Getting Gazer to be paying attention to both sides of the net. Puck loose. Dalton Drum able to get a glove on it, keep it in the zone. Now looking for it here on the short boards. I guess they're all short boards here at Sports Plus. Puck in the neutral zone. Now into Bearcats defensive territory. 1 minute remaining. Millette makes the save. And the Bearcats only have a 3-shot advantage. And we are deadlocked at 1. Puck is dropped. Face off 1. Back to the Cats. That was Nick Okada swinging it around, looking for Dalton Drum. Drum is triple teamed. Puck is kicked out and moved forward. Ryan Murphy, 1-on-1. Gotta like your chances. Fires it in the back of the net.
Live action.
Skating left, shoots right. Doesn't look any prettier than that.
That was good. He faked going right and flips that puck off his backhand to his forehand, gets the goalie moving side to side, and goes to the side where the goalie came from. That's his glove side, the right side there, and goes bar down for what number is that on the year?
12.
Jeez,
He had 2 last night, 1 today. Make it 12 on the 12th shot by the Bearcats. Cincinnati out in front, 2-1 here in the first period. That is a good sign of things to come. Get number 22 hot, get number 20 scoring goals. Recipe for success for the Cincinnati Bearcats. Puck is cleared there by the Hoosiers.
Come on, Bonta.
Johnny Bonta. He's forcing his will on number 25 or number 23 or number 26. That's Fitzgerald. Colin Fitzgerald fights through everything. Makes sure that I get his name right. And tackled there in the backfield. Johnny Bonta going to pick up an interference call. And thank goodness that whistle blew before the end of the period. You don't want to give them a full 2 minutes. And instead, they'll have to work with a minute 58 of power play time when this second period starts up.
Yeah, Bonta just back checking hard, and I don't know if he hit the guy that passed the puck to the far winger or what, but he little late on it. I didn't see what the official call was on it, but it is what it is. And 2.5 seconds here, and I think Indiana, all they're going to try and do here, well, they're sending a lefty up to win the draw. They're going to try to win it to number 10.
Good move here. They have got the 6th skater out, so
yeah, that too.
There's a lot more bodies than you'd think. Trainer, sorry to cut you off. Trainer heading over to Indiana's bench. We'll see what happens there. Millette makes the save. Excellent job by the Hoosiers just to get a shot off there, and they earn those 3 seconds of power play time. But Millette stands strong. 2-1 the score after 1. What are your impressions from the first period here, Austin?
Kind of sloppy. I mean, UC's able to set some things up in the zone. Power play looks all right. Indiana's just kind of getting over the blue line. They're either just throwing it right on net, or they're maybe trying to make a move, but it's mostly they've just thrown everything they can over the blue line right on net. Ice was bad that second half of the period, so you just got to make your game simple.
Well, they did only dry cut the ice beforehand, so we'll get the full Zamboni job here. Thanks for watching here on YouTube. We'll be back with second period of play after this. You're watching Bearcats Hockey on Bearcat Hockey Live on YouTube. folks. Thanks for coming back with us here. We are just about set for second period of action. Bearcats out in front, 2-1. Goals by Damian Lona and Ryan Murphy have held this game intact and given the Bearcats a 1-goal lead. Everett Grimes with a flashy backhand goal for the Indiana Hoosiers. That has been their only tallied at this point. But they will have a opportunity now with 1:57 of power play time. So Johnny Bonta will serve his minor for the remainder 1:57. And as everybody gets back to their spots, we should just be about set for puck drop. So I usually do it, though I guess number one thing that the officials have to do, they have to put the nets together. Nets aren't in place. Tough thing to do, play hockey without the nets in their proper spot. So both officials are putting their pipes. There's 1 and 2. And now they are in their holsters. We're just about set for second period of action. Let's get a look there, making sure everything's nice and secure. Nothing's going to be dislodged. Haven't had a problem with the net coming off its bearings. There's a look at color commentator Austin Coleman.
Oh, hey. Did you get my good side?
We're looking for it. We gave it a try. I can say that. So I usually do this before the game, but I had to wait till intermission to get the officials refereeing today's game. Brian Sedaya, Brad Dean, and Jake Hockey Master Walks is our linesman. The more you know.
Hockey Master Walks?
Brian Sedua, Brad Dean are our refs, and then Jake Hockey Master Walks is our linesman.
I want a birth certificate to prove that's his last name.
You know, it may be
Driver's license?
It could be his confirmation name. It could be his maiden name. I don't know his personal life. You know, I can't speak for that.
Interesting.
Speaking of interesting, we are in a little bit of a dilemma here, as the net is, I guess, has some sort of malfunction to it.
I think it's some behind the net. I'm assuming since it's warm in here, hot outside, maybe some ice is melted. There may be a little dry spot there.
This gives Deepak ample time to play some of his favorite hits.
DJ Pa!
So quite the delay here, as it does not look like we're going to be starting up anytime soon. Ryan Murphy checking in with a couple Indiana Hoosiers, giving his opinion on the matter. So I guess now's as good a time as ever to remind you that this hockey team is a semi-varsity club sport. 20% of their operational expenses are funded by the school. The remaining funds are generated through fundraisers and player fees. With your generous support, we could use donations that help fund travel, equipment costs, especially ice costs for situations such as these. Thank you in advance. UCBearcatHockey.com. Go there to donate. What was the word that you just heard there?
We just got a confirmation that apparently there's literally concrete on the behind the net there. The ice is completely melted, and there's now concrete opposed to ice.
Do we have to get the roller blades out? Are we about to be playing a roller game here soon?
I hope not. I hope not.
So, These are the worst layovers you can imagine if you're a hockey player. The intermission itself is a long break, and then you get added break time here as we try to figure out this mess of a situation. Hope you're not getting dizzy. Austin Coleman taking over the camera work there.
Trying to get some bored faces, but the camera picks up the net before it picks up the face, and then it focuses on the camera. We need our press box back.
We're learning. We definitely are. A lot of concerned faces over there by the bald spot of the ice. You know, I think there's, I'd have to blame it on the fireworks that are going on in this arena. I think some of the ashes coming down from these fireworks have set a hole in the ice. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, luckily Austin Coleman gonna pan here at Sports Plus at the colorful display on the wall, to put it lightly. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be a tropical feel, if it's a celebratory feel, if it's a war zone that we are in right here, but it had to have taken a long time to paint this building, and what a job it is. Deepak's enjoying himself, though, I can tell you that. So there he is, the mastermind of it all. Team DJ Deepak, alongside Colton Kugler. There's that net. John Korst, in case you're wondering what the assistant coach looks like. And there's last night's winning goaltender, Michael Weber. Let's keep it on him, see if he dances anymore. Might as well. He's probably the most entertaining of the bunch. So Weber, we can only speculate what he is talking about. Come on, dance for us. We want you to dance. We need some sort of entertainment here. A lot of the Indiana players are taking this time to stretch. There's the net. A couple Indiana players checking behind their own net now, seeing if there's any vacant spots. So I'm glad I got the officials' names, because these guys are now in a dilemma of their own on whether we should continue this hockey game or not. Do you? I know you're not ice manager or any sort of, I'm asking a lot of you to give your take on this, Coleman, but.
Well, you know, I never liked science. I don't know how you're supposed to create ice there over the concrete. Not a science guy, barely a numbers guy, but if there's too much ice missing, I'm assuming we're either delay or can't play. I don't know what's the ice schedule after us, but that probably affects the decision of whether to play or to wait too. You know?
It's a good point. You're a player, so I'll ask you as a player, have you ever come into a condition where mid-game you've had some sort of problem with the ice, whether there's a chip or whether there is a complete bald spot, like you're saying?
Yeah, I think probably if it's happened here, or it's happened at South Metro and Springboro. Ice is very similar there than it is here. Can't think of any off the top of my head, but it certainly happens. It's definitely annoying, because at this point, if it's me, I'm thinking, well, let's either fix this or let's go home. Let's figure it out.
Well, my theory is, I mean, it's Saturday night. I mentioned it yesterday. Yeah. I'm playing the early 6:30 game gives you a little more time to to have a nightlife. Not sure that college kids do that. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I don't know what they do.
We're all good
in their
kids
spare.
here.
I don't know what they do in their spare time.
Yeah, we have homework to do anyway.
It's crunch time. So
Yeah.
not a good look right now as Indiana players are starting to skate away from the mess. And I mean, do we have to go to the nearest UDF and buy a bag of ice and just jam it in there? And it's not like baseball where if there's something wrong with the dirt, we can just add more dirt.
That's right.
Ice is not as easy.
That's right.
We got a little concrete to show you.
Is it bad? How big is it
Yeah.
packed?
So like the whole backside is concrete. There's like little chunks stripped out of ice. So yeah, it's pretty bad. We might move over to the other ice.
So we are in, what I'm being informed here is that we are in USA rink, correct?
I think
This
this
is-
is USA. No, I
this
think
is
this
the
is Canada ring. I
Well,
don't know.
there are two different rinks here at Sports Plus, and we may be seeing a parade here,
I think men's league might first year.
which in that case, our broadcast may just be it. This may be it. And unfortunately, I think that's the call as Kelly is giving the notification this game is being pushed over to the other side. And that may be it for us, Austin. We don't have that capability of the freedom of just migrating to the next rink. So we'll keep it here, and we'll let you know of any.
Follow us on Twitter.
Follow us on Twitter. You're gonna have to. Either that, or we're just gonna have someone run back and forth and tell us what's happening, and then that may not be as visually bona fide as others, but we're gonna take a field trip, folks. Single file lines, everybody heading toward the doors, and we are gonna head toward the other rink. So thank you so much for keeping with us. We'll let you know if we're able to keep this thing going or not. We're about to be told here in a second, so bear with us.